channel. Well, welcome to part 2 of my Cabo trip. So I think I stopped the morning that we had to go to do the timeshare presentation. At 8 a.m. you have to go, I'm sorry, it's so bright today. Like if I'm squinting, I'm sorry. So at 8 a.m. we meet at the lobby of the hotel. And then from there, there's a little trolley that goes from, they have 3 locations of their hotels. It's, you know, it's like a chain, different names, but the Palmar, which is the oldest one, is right in the middle. And then there's the other 2 right there. And this little trolley, it's like a 2-minute walk between hotel to the other hotel. But this little trolley keeps doing this loop. So every 5 minutes, that little trolley is coming by if you want to hop on and go to the other hotel. If you're getting the all-inclusive, you get 25% off in the other hotels, like activities, the restaurants, and all of that. But yeah, so we hop in the little trolley with Natalie, which was our, you know, our timeshare person. And like I said, we lucked out big time with her. She, I think she's from Chicago, but super personable, not pushy at all. It felt like you were talking to a friend. And then she took us to the hotel next door to show us 2 of the new, like, renovated rooms. It was a connecting rooms that it was almost like a little apartment. So if you have a family, it was really nice. In the hotel that we were shown, that we did the timeshare thing, it was much quieter than our hotel. Our hotel had a lot of kids, but the one that we stayed at, I don't know if the occupancy was low, but the pool, there was hardly anyone, maybe because it was early in the day. Compared to the breakfast that we had at our hotel at Villa de Palmar, which had tons of options, this one was a smaller version. It had the basics, like scrambled eggs, little sausage links, cereal. One I did in Vegas, you just sit there and it's like paper after paper after paper information. This one, because of technology nowadays, you know, it was very interactive. She had this whole screen that she could touch it and zoom in and show different locations and parts of the world. As soon as she told me that they do, you know, their hotels or whatever the timeshare you get, you can book hotels all over the world. My eyes were just like, oh, yes, please. Here's my account information. Here's my credit card. Take it all. She was listing all the different countries around the world. I was like, yes, 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 yes. Then she started to break down the numbers. It seemed like a good deal, but for me, I would have, because she was saying you have to take at least 2 trips a year for, I don't know how many years to like break it even. So for me, I needed time to like go home, sit down with all the numbers, break it down, make sure we take this many trips, okay, how much this is gonna cost, and then make my decision. I couldn't make a decision like on the spot right then and there. I would say already go prepare with an excuse, not really an excuse, but with a reason to tell them no. And our reason was Trevor was his work schedule. It's really hard to plan a trip. His schedule's all over the place. And me was finances. You know, I got laid off in 2020 when COVID hit, and then I took a big pay cut after that. So we told Natalie no. We went into this other room, met with this guy. It was basically like to give her a review or thoughts and, you know, how everything was. And then he gave us another offer. We paid $70 for 2 tickets for the boat tour. And then Daniel said, after we're done with the timeshare, they'll refund us our cash. We had to wait a little bit because there was 2 ladies. I don't know what they were doing, but they had all the questions in the world. And we were just like sitting outside, waiting and waiting. And I was like, can you just give us our refund and we'll be out of here? By that time, it was already almost 11 o'clock. So after that, I went to have lunch at Bella. Like I said, Bella is the one that has the best view. There's always, you know, tables. The lunch menu is super extensive. And then I had a lasagna, which was really good. And Trevor had a chicken parmesan, which comes with a little salad. And then we had, once again, we had drinks. The best show, it's people watching, you know, trying to catch the waves or go in the ocean. We saw this man that gave everyone a full frontal. He lost his shorts like down to his knees, right in front of his son too. I think his son was probably like 10 maybe or 11. Edgar from, I think he was the manager at Sports Bar, hooked us up with reservations at Carbon, which is the grill. I called all the restaurants. They say they're all booked, but somehow Edgar got us in, which was awesome. Thank you so much. And then I asked Daniel, because he was saying to get there, you can take a taxi, will be about like $9. And I was looking at the map. I asked him, "Is it walkable?" He's like, "It's walkable. It's about like a 25-minute walk." And I was like, "Oh, we can do it." Like Trevor and I, we're like big walkers. We love walking. That walk, I would never do it again. Not because it was far away. It was because one, we were in flip-flops. Two, was hot as heck. And then three, it was at that time of the day, like I said, we left like 3:15. The sun was just like burning hot. And the road that because you get off the hotel and then you get on the main road, it was like rush hour. It was like LA traffic. Like the cars weren't moving. And thank goodness I had a brim hat on to like protect my face, but then my back and my shoulders totally got sunburned and got a blister from my flip-flop. It's not that far of a walk. It's just because it's so hot. And like I said, with all that traffic, there's an avenida and a calle, which is, a street and an avenue. They're like the same name. And I asked someone, "Where's Plaza Bonita?" And they didn't know. And I was like, okay, we'll keep walking. And then I asked someone else, I saw on the map, on the Google map, when I zoomed in Plaza Bonita, there was a Starbucks there. So the next person that I asked, I was just like, "Plaza Bonita." They were like, and I'm like, "Starbucks?" I was like, "Oh, Starbucks, aquí." I really had to go pee, and we asked what the bathroom was. And they said, the bathroom is right there. It costs 10 pesos. We didn't have anything. We didn't bring anything on that boat besides our phones. So if you go there, bring like a couple pesos with you, like 10 or 20 pesos, just in case you need to use the bathroom. We were able to hold it because I was like, worst comes to worst, I'll like jump in the ocean. The boat is at the marina and it's really pretty. There's all these like restaurants right in front of it, and you can, watch the yachts and the fancy boats. The boat goes through Los Arcos, Lovers Beach, and it was about, I'll say like 40 minutes or so. It was really nice. It was worth it. What I was dreading was the walk back. At one point, I kid you not, it was so hot and I was so tired that on the walk, I had my brim hat on and I had my head down. I started walking with my eyes closed. Not very safe. Don't try this at home. But at one point I closed my eyes because I was so tired. So the Carbone grill doesn't have a lot of vegetarian options. They have one plate that's like a big block of cheese, like Mexican cheese, which I love, and then veggies. I think Trevor got, I don't know if it was like a steak or prime rib or something like that, and then some chorizo. But the experience of Carbone was really cool. They put the grill right in front of you, and once again, they gave us a great table. So we had a good time. The night before, Daniel told us to like settle our bill. And I was like, "Bill? What bill? Like, it's all inclusive." He looked at our room numbers like, you don't have anything to settle. And I was like, "Okay, great." The van was right there waiting. Got to the airport, super easy check-in. Like I said, we didn't check any bags. We only had carry-ons. They have the kiosk and stuff. You scan your passport, boarding pass. I even got to do some tequila tasting while I waited. improvements of the hotel Villa del Palmar. Have more bartenders on duty. I'm sure, you know, you can give employment to more Mexican people, because waiting for your drinks under the sun in line, it wasn't fun. And most of the guests are asking for like blended drinks, because at the pool bar, he's not only serving the people at the pool, but there's the people in the line, they're waiting. Same with the bar at Bella. There are people like around the pool area, they're going to that bar for their drinks, but he's also serving the people at the restaurant. Every time you order a drink or have a meal or snack or whatever, they print almost like that CVS, you know, receipt thing. They print this whole receipt that you have to put your room number, your first name, your last name. We signed so many of those receipts. I wish they just kept putting our drinks or our food like on our tab. It's a liability thing that they need to know who served that person if they get too intoxicated, who served them, what do they have. And I think it's because that hotel, like Club Med, every guest there, it's all inclusive. So that's why you don't have to sign bills and all of that. But Villa del Palmar, you can just book your room and then order off the menu or a la carte. And then half of the hotel will be doing all inclusive. That's why people have like different bands. It was a waste of time for the bartenders because they have to go on the computer, print the check, give the check, wait for people to sign, and you have to wait for the check to be printed. Hey guys, this is Denise, the editor. I'm working on part 2 of the video right now, and I completely forgot to tell you guys about customs. On my way from the US to Mexico, I brought my little, you know, toiletries, and then I had like a bottle of sunscreen, not in a Ziploc bag. On the way back from Mexico to the US, because I refuse to eat at airports because it's so expensive, I always bring food with me from, you know, whatever place I'm returning from. So from Mexico, I brought 2 bananas, 3 oranges. Last night that we were there, we went to the sports bars, like I said, and we had onion rings. I didn't finish. I'm like, I'm not throwing away the onion rings. So I just wrapped it in the paper, put in a Ziploc bag, and then put in the fridge. And then that half of calzone that Trevor had, remember that calzone that I talked about, like full of like ham, olives, artichokes, all of that? So he only ate half, and we put it in the fridge. And I was like, I'm not leaving this calzone behind. I'm taking it with. I got it from breakfast. Yogurt from Besa Yogurt. It's like a fruit yogurt, like a Mexican brand. Little itty, like this size of a yogurt. Passing security, you know, customs in Mexico. You know what that lady takes? She takes my sunscreen, and she had the audacity to take my yogurt. Don't mind the onion rings. Don't mind the calzone full of ham, like Mexican jamon. Don't mind the bananas and the orange. No, take the yogurt. If you want to check out more of my trip to Los Cabos, head on to my Instagram. I posted a bunch of photos there that I didn't post it on the videos here. My handle and my link, it's in the description box down below. And one more thing, I promise. I wish the hotel had live music. Because you're in Mexico, you want to go salsa dancing, you want to go bachata dancing, like a band playing by the pool, or at nighttime, you know, so people can dance. I was in Mexico and I missed dancing. Okay, back to regular programming. Now, would I go back to Villa del Palmar and Los Cabos? I definitely would, because of the staff. The staff was awesome, and because of the ocean, that ocean water right in front of that, and their beach, it's not packed, it's not full of tourists. It was like the swimming was probably the best part of the trip. This was my review vlog recap of my trip to Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the little bell notification button so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll see you next time.